Guys, I want to start a new segment. I've been having a little fun, but I want to get back to being serious. And I have a serious topic that I need to bring up and tell you how I handled this situation and how I would like to help my people in this situation. So, coming home after the military, you're excited to get home, but you're also nervous. Um, you know, I don't know if it was me with shooting a gun or whatever have you, but having a weapon in my hand like affected the way I thought and made me like a little bit more aggressive. But also, knowing that I could protect myself, I also got very massive. But anyway, who cares? But also, I was, being balled up in the ship and have your mind's going crazy. You're thinking about 1,000 things at one time, and you are so used to running, going, moving, not getting sleep, eating at a certain time, going through, just traumatic situation after traumatic situation, whether you notice it or not. And you think that you're going to come home and you're going to relax a little bit and you're going to get yourself together. You're going to jump right into a job maybe and or just relax a little bit. A lot of people like to relax, especially if they're overseas. They like to relax a little bit and get their nerves settled. Now, what I did, I was having a hard time adapting. So what I decided that I was going to do after, being in Washington for a month, I started listening to mindfulness podcasts and things on YouTube to try to soothe my mind. I also, took up smoking. No, I did not when I first got home. I did not when I first got home, but I did later on, and that also helped me as well. Stretching helped as well, but that was later on. But when I got home, I started with just doing mindfulness, listening to mindfulness, and just going from there and letting the algorithm kind of take me into the proper therapy that I needed at that moment in time. And you look forward to like talking with your family, being with friends that you grew up with, but you notice that when you get home, none of them understand you. They don't understand the way you speak. They don't understand the stories you tell. You don't understand how you have little moments where you're just flashbacks. Somebody says something and you're just like, oh yeah, we did that in the Navy, or we did that in the military, you know what I mean? Or like, you don't mean to like brag about it, but you just like kind of like prideful, so prideful. Like I became so much more prideful out of the military when I was in. Obviously you have that time to sit down and think about what you did and what you've accomplished, but it really is, as much as I, down it, it really is a great experience, but it leaves you with a lot of demons that you have to deal with later on. And a lot of people that you thought would be there most likely won't understand. They might try, but they just get fed up, you know what I mean? So people tell you to go to the VA. They tell you, all types of, VA. I would go to the VA, yes, to let them know that you exist and that you're, trying to, seek help for what I would call kind of like failure to adapt is what I'm understanding. But I would just stay active, find other sailors that have gotten out before you and ask them how they made it. And I want to do more of these videos to kind of like help my future or existing veterans that are now about to get out or are getting out or anyway. I want to let you know kind of sort of what you have to expect when you get out. Well, at least what I expected and how I combated it. But I just stayed active. I started becoming more into fitness. You found one thing that you fixate on, and no matter what everybody says, you just stay at it. Whether it's drawing, stretching, whatever makes you happy. If you've gone through some kind of change in your life, dramatic change at all, if you feel comfortable, I would suggest you write it down. Write it. Just write. And reading is fine. Get your mind off of it, but that just gives you kind of, idle time. And most sailors or military can't really sit down that long. If you can, it's very impressive. But if you're having a hard time, you probably have anxiety. And if you have anxiety, you just want to you're scatterbrained. You're all over the place. And I understand exactly what you're going through. And I went through it, but you have to find something to ground you. So what I did was I just kind of started separating myself. I tried to at the beginning, but you got to stay with it. Separate yourself, start taking care of your body, and research as much as you can and find other people, like I said, that have been through it or are going through it, so you can kind of go together. It's kind of different if you have kids involved, but you have to find a way to just vent that. And I used YouTube. I kind of use it for a mukbang of things, which means a lot of different, avenues, different categories, sporadic stuff, but also the live recently with, just trying to, get to 10,000 subscribers so I could start touching the world and helping my sailors. That's really the goal. Now that I thought about it last night, I was thinking, I just wish I had somebody to just speak to that I could trust, and somebody that could help me kind of maybe get on my feet. However, financially, with just venting, just being a therapist, a coach, or anything. Now I want to find something like that. It's cool to try to find a job, but sometimes you just need an ear, and that's really what I needed a lot of the time. And the funny thing is, I found my way to more military people, and just having their energy helped me settle my nerves. So as much as I would say, be home is nice, being back home, it also depends location. If that's a military area, I didn't get my nerves really settled until I became back in kind of the military atmosphere yet again. So, like I said, two of my roommates are in the military, and just seeing them day to day, and it just makes me realize, like, all right, you'll be fine, and I want to get to the point where I can help, them if they need help or whatever have you. So that's just the goal of mine, just to help the veterans and military. Because I get along with them, I understand your language, and if I can help with fitness, to help ease your mind, if I can help you with, just getting up here on social media and, maybe starting with a short or a video or whatever, just giving you some kind of inspiration or motivation, that's really what I'm here for. So I want to keep this short. I went a little bit long-winded, but I'm really passionate about this, alongside a lot of different things as well. I'm all over the place, but I want to be a rock star of social media. I want to be able to do everything, and I know it might close some avenues, but I figured after a while, if I make myself look like it, and I, am really passionate about like giving back and helping other people, then the doors will swing back open. But I'm just gonna keep my head up, stay focused, stay moving forward, get my legs strong, get my core strong, stay balanced, and go forward, and try to provide as best as I can content. And we're going global, baby. We're global. We almost have every country, and yeah, it's cool. It's pretty nice. It's definitely a blessing, and I'm honored. I'm truly honored. You gotta kind of to be successful with the social media thing, and venting and getting your nerves loose, and maybe earning a little bit of extra cash. this social media thing, I watch too much YouTube to not realize that these people are making a ton of money on streaming, and I want some of that. I should have been there 12 years ago, but I went to the military instead. So time to make up for that idle time and lost time, whatever you want to call it, but also help at the same time. I want to give back because that's how you remain blessed. I don't want people to come back 20, 30 years or when I'm gone and be like, you know, he was a dickhead, this and that. That's not my goal. That's not what I want. But I also want to have extreme amount of fun until I'm married and have kids and actually have to be responsible about something. But anyway, I want to help, and I'm getting followers and doing what I have to do, getting likes and comments and all that other stuff, the best of my ability with what I have. And I have very little, but it's growing every day. So every hour, I'm just becoming more blessed and blessed with subscribers, and they're building my confidence, telling me how they want to just see me, you know, doing the most amazing things. And it's an honor to have that, put on me. So it's an honor. So I'm gonna wear it right and be respectful. But I'm also flawed, so remember that. But anyway, we're running on 12 minutes and I don't want to go too crazy, but that is one video about, so part one about how I kind of started to find my footing even when I was just like skinning the hell out of my knees while I was running. I was just fumbling all over the place, but I will try my best through this to get to you and help become the coach, therapist, whatever you need, the best friend, whatever you need. But I love you. Keep your head up, stay positive, at least try your best. If not, I'm here, and I'm going to try to keep putting out inspirational, motivational stuff as well. So